I'm Autumn with the Furniture Flippers Guide, and today we are trying the easy off furniture method furniture stripping trend. That is a mouthful, but we will try it, we will see if it works, and I will show you if this extreme furniture makeover trend is worth doing. Stick with me, let's get flipping. Okay, thanks for being here as we try to strip off this finish with Easy Off Oven Cleaner. Yep, that's what I said, Easy Off. It's known to be a pretty harsh chemical cleaner, but this one said no gloves required, so I'm hoping that it's not super harsh on my hands or my furniture piece. Should I be wearing gloves? Probably, yes. Should you wear gloves? Yes. Did I wear gloves? No. Don't judge. So I covered the entire piece with the Easy Off spray and just kind of blended in and made a white coating on top of it. So from everything I've read, it said just to spray the whole can and see what happens. So from all the tutorials that I've read and seen, they said to leave it on for 15 minutes, so that's what I did. And you can see certain areas covered better than others. So after 15 minutes, I started scrubbing away, and let me tell you, this stuff was gunky. I did decide to use a wire brush because I'm going for a driftwood kind of rough look, and that's how I was going to get those extra scratches in the wood for that driftwood look. Now, if you are doing it and you don't want that rough look, then use a brush that is a little softer bristle. So let me tell you why I decided to try the Easy Off method. It's because I have done lots of stripping and sanding of different furniture pieces, and every time I do, I get comments like, why didn't you try the Easy Off method? Why didn't you strip it with Easy Off? And I couldn't really explain to them why I didn't. So I guess don't knock it till you try it. Tutorials I read said to wash the oven cleaner off until the water runs clear. So pretty much what I decided to do is just continue washing until all of the gunk came off the top. And I will tell you that took a while. I needed 2 hands just to wash it off. I needed my husband to help me with the hose because it just kept coming off and coming off. And yes, I know that my dog will not leave the water alone. She is a water dog and loves it. Okay, so the next step is to dry this piece completely. So I took a towel just to help it, and because I wanted to see just an idea of what it was going to look like. And then I placed it in the sun and let it start drying. Here's what we look like after day 1. I'm going to let it dry overnight, and we'll get back to it tomorrow. All right, this is what we looked like in the morning. It's day 2, and let's get started on round 2 of the Easy Off method. That was my announcer voice. I'm not sure it was good. Okay, let's cover this entire piece with some Easy Off again. I focused on the areas that seemed a little bit darker so that they could be more even. One thing about this piece is that it already had a lot of damage. It had been in water and in the sun, and so I wasn't too worried about, damaging this piece with Easy Off, so that's why I picked this one to work with. I got to round 2 of scraping and scraped and scraped and scraped, even while my dog ate sticks in the background. This point is when I'm starting to get kind of excited because I can see where it's going. I can see some of that finish coming off, and I know it's going to get better. Okay, time to wash it off again. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please be sure to do that so that you can get alerts and notices anytime I post new videos. and furniture flips because I have so many exciting ones coming your way. I promise. Stick with me. All right, rinsing off more of this gunk, trying to keep the dog away. Birdie loves to be in the middle of everything. All right, what do y'all think? What do you think of this process so far? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments and see what you think about this easy off method. It's time to dry her up and see where we're at. Also, if you don't already follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, I have a business called Prayed Over Pieces where I share lots of behind the scenes. I let the piece dry for about 3 hours, came back, and got started sanding. FYI, all products and tools that I use are always linked in my description. Alright, so let's talk about what's happening. Oh, my hair is just disgusting. I was like, is there something in my hair? No, that's just wet from sweat. Okay, let's talk about what we've done over here. I put 2 coats of the Easy Off on, and that's what we've got. It's dried out up here and cleared off. Some of it is taken off on the legs. It's not my favorite. I think sanding or stripping would be much better. So let's just talk about this. I don't love this removal system. I don't love the Easy Off method, but it worked. It took off lots of stain and finish. It just was a lot of work. I would much rather sand my piece any day than do that. But it's still going to turn out beautiful, so keep watching. So one thing to remember is to always turn your piece over whenever you're painting or sanding. Pretty much anytime you're refinishing a piece, turn it over because you're going to be able to see a lot of areas that you would have missed and wouldn't have noticed. All right, y'all, let's talk about how in love I am with my surf prep, first of all. I don't know if you can see. This side is just mangled. The Easy Off totally jacked up the wood. And as I was scraping it and stuff, it jacked up the wood also. But I am sanding this side with a fine sponge. Oh my gosh, it feels like butter. And the areas that were all rough are smooth now. It's gonna be so pretty. So just like in every project, something goes wrong. As you can see on the bottom there is water damage still showing on my piece. So I will have to do something to camouflage that. So I had to make a plan for that. Going for the driftwood look, I used a Minwax stain and applied it to the piece, and that will help camouflage some of this damage that was already previously there. But I'll also need to add another color to make that driftwood look, but to also camouflage. I'm adding this stain in the direction of the wood grain so that it will also fill in some of those open areas that I was able to get from using that wire brush. Oh my goodness, I'm already loving the look with this white stain on it. It adds so much. And this look can be used with any time that you've sanded or stripped a piece. You can use this white to just lighten up that yellowing color from the wood underneath. So some stains have a sealant built in, but this one did not. So I'm using a cerusing wax that is also a sealant by Amy Howard. And this will add a little bit more lightening to the piece, but it will also seal it up for me. Remember how I said I was going to add a little bit of camouflage to cover up that water damage? This is what I'm using. This is a weathered stain. It actually has a sealant in it as well. It's by the Chibi Barn, and it's just going to add some contrast to help hide any of that damage that's still showing. This driftwood look and bleach look is very in right now, very trendy, but I know everybody has their own style, so what kind of look do you like? Do you like the modern, the classic, the cottage, farmhouse? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. All right, one last sand, and then we are done. This is a fine grit sandpaper to smooth it out. All right, here's the before, and here's the after. What do you think? I would love to know. As always, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching the Furniture Flippers Guide. Be sure and go subscribe and check out my next video next week. Let's keep learning together.